I know what you're thinking. Yes, this is actually the world's best boat. What a beauty. If you run an MSP, this boat is going to change your business and change your life. So this boat represents an MSP that was built from scratch and then sold by our friend Anne Tasker. And here's her story. Anne has dreams of growing her MSP to £5 million in revenue. That's $6 million. Anne's a big family person. She and her other half love nothing more than watching a game of rugby with a pint of ale. But Anne has a problem. To even attempt her $6 million journey, we've got to mention the other big thing in her life. It's a passion that gives her enormous sense of peace, freedom, and a lust for life. That's right, above all else, she loves sailing. In just a second, we're actually going to hear from Anne herself and learn firsthand about her $6 million dream, why this beautiful boat is involved, and how you can grow your MSP in just 3 stages. Here's the real Anne. We've been on a video call and she started by explaining why her background is so important to the real story.
I was doing some contract work and I happened to be introduced to some people and I just thought, do you know what, I can do better than that. I really enjoyed helping businesses understand technology and see what technology could do for them. Not just installing it, but actually going and talking to them so they understood it, because it didn't feel like that was happening when I spoke to people.
I bet you can relate to that. And we've just stumbled on stage 1 of the 3 stages to incredible growth. You see, stage 1 is the thing that Anne and all MSP owners have in common. It's the motivation that starts their epic journey in the first place. Now, this is the problem Sailor Anne is facing. If she's starting from here, and the destination is here, let's call it $6 million Paradise Island, how on earth does she get there? Well, back to the importance of stage 1. Motivations and core values play a big role here. They give us our orientation.
People buy from people, and I think they appreciated the fact that we talked to them. We didn't just provide kit and leave them to it. We were trying to help and understand why they needed certain kit, why there were certain levels of service,
But there's another element to stage 1. It's not all about where you're coming from. It's also about getting started in the first place. Just get going. Don't overthink it. Weigh the anchor, brace the mainsail, or whatever it is they say. And if you have already left your marina of procrastination and the voyage is underway, then awesome. But back to Anne. With $6 million Paradise Island in her sights, she's got the wind in her sails, and she's fairly confident she's heading in the right direction. But what's this? Out of nowhere, the skies turn grey, the sea churns with 20-foot waves. A huge storm appears right in front of her as she faces the perilous second stage. It's the journey itself. A lot of MSPs face the same anguish and doubt that their chosen journey to growth is the right one.
It's difficult when you've not done it to think, what is the end game? What am I actually trying to achieve? I'll hire a salesperson, we'll get loads of sales in, this will be easy. But of course, it's not quite that easy. I think it was my second person I hired that was what have I done? Oh, that was a mistake.
This may be where you are right now, sailing in uncertain seas, wishing you just had the perfect route mapped out and had access to all the specific tips and tactics to get you there. Well, this is where we can learn from Anne's journey. If stage 2 is the route, then stage 3 is the destination. And I'm actually going to ruin this story right now. I'm going to race ahead to the end. So, she made it. She made it and then some. By the end of 2020, Anne had smashed her target and went on to sell her MSP.
The opportunity just seemed too good to miss, really. And it just meant the future for the business looked really attractive under that investment. Being able to see the business continue on that journey and the people within the business carry on their journey.
So there we go. Job done. Easy as that. All right, I know, I'm sorry. Leaving you with that ending is as useful as a spoon when you're bailing out a flooded boat. But here's the thing, this is invaluable. From Anne's story, we can learn to wield the ultimate power, the power of hindsight.
That's an interesting journey, really. The costings needed to be corrected, and I think we should have done that a little bit earlier. Probably focusing on profit a little bit more sooner. It would have been useful to plan that out a little bit better. Just understanding that, the services we were offering, there was real value to that, and we should have been putting prices up maybe a little bit sooner than we did.
Imagine the difference if she knew sooner about where she wanted to end up.
It was probably only in the last 5 years we started to think about, at some point there's got to be an exit. At some point we need to think about what's next and what we want for the business. We needed to increase the number of services. We were going after bigger clients. We wanted to get into different technologies.
To build a well-run business that you could eventually step away from to get to your own paradise island, you really need to consider the size of boat required to get you there. With the size of boat, or MSP, in mind, then you'd realise that all the things you thought you'd need to get you there might not be enough.
For me, the measure of success was customer retention and how happy our customers were, because I always thought that was if we were doing a good job, and that was ultimately what, the business is about, we wanted to do a good job for our customers.
For Anne, that hindsight would have shaped her decisions sooner around recruitment and expanding the team.
A little bit of me thought, you know what, this is getting a bit too big for me, and we did then make another investment in sales, and that was a more structured and a more well thought out hire, someone with a little bit more experience that could keep my enthusiasm in check as to what a salesperson could actually deliver, but actually build on the relationships we've got with existing customers.
Also, she would have known sooner about the importance of developing an unsinkable regular system for attracting and nurturing new clients. So, what became of Anne?
Ultimately, looking back, I enjoyed the journey. It's a great position to be in, that real life balance that everyone talks about, work-life balance. I love sailing, so I'm able to go out and do that a little bit more.
Is your MSP vessel ready for an upgrade? If so, next watch this video about specific marketing and sales tactics to use on your journey, or this video about another MSP's journey to success.